Plaintiff Danielle Montalvo says after she became friends with the defendant, she discovered the defendant was a promiscuous drug user who had sex with older men. Danielle says she tried to help the defendant out so she didn't have to work as a stripper. But she's suing her today for harassment, a bus fare, and a loan. Defendant Sheon Thompson admits that she was promiscuous and started stripping at the age of 16. However, Sheon claims the plaintiff is not innocent, and they even had threesomes together. Sheon is countersuing for breach of contract and harassment.
Start with you.
Okay, Your Honor. Well, I met the defendant, Mrs. Thompson, in 2009 on Easter through a mutual friend. And he introduced her to me as someone that he had met while she was trying to enroll in the college she was attending. I was recently going through a divorce, so I didn't have many female friends, and she and I clicked. She was very outgoing, she seemed pretty awesome, and we were inseparable. About 2 weeks, we hung out pretty much every day, and then I started noticing the promiscuity. She would sleep with older men, she would basically flaunt herself, and she started drug use. The reason why we stopped hanging out is I was informed she was 15, not 18, like she stated. So basically, from the very beginning.
I don't mean to, I don't know, sir. You could be just older looking.
Right.
Is this your date?
No, my grandfather.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Okay, I'm just like, oh no.
No. When I say older,
you got a little nerve there.
Right.
All right.
We were friends for like 2 weeks, and the last night that we really hung out, we went to a friend of hers house. When we got there, it was then found to me that he just invited her over to have sex. He opened his car door. He said, just give us 5 minutes. I left because I was like, I'm not going to sit in the car in bad area and wait for you to do it in the car. It's very true.
What else you want to tell me before I go to her?
She called me the next day, and she was crying, and she said that her grandfather was kicking her out. I went to her grandfather's house to get her and take her somewhere that she needed to go. The police were there because I had advised her, you need to call the police, you establish residence, he can't just kick you out. As she was walking up the stairs with one officer, the other officer says to her, you were born, and I forgot what year he said, and she said, no, 94. They said, so that makes you, she said 15. I went to my car, waited for the officer to come downstairs, informed the officer, look, I didn't know her age. I just want to let you know, like, I don't have anything to do with that, and I left. Throughout the years, we kept in contact via social media and stuff, because to be honest, I've lied about my age when I was younger too. I just didn't bring other people into it to possibly jeopardize them. In 2014, I was supposed to go to New York with a friend. Ended up, my friend couldn't make it because everything was paid for. I was contacting a bunch of people, including Mrs. Thompson, and she decided to come with me. Over the course of that weekend, she had informed me she was doing better, she was going to school, all of these things. We had a great time. So in February, when I saw Facebook posts of, her going through some financial hardships and possibly turning back to stripping, I contacted her to find out, what's going on. And that's when she informed me a family member was incarcerated, she needed assistance financially, and that's when I offered her a job with me. In March.
Doing what?
Doing telemarketing, telecommunications.
Okay, yeah, you do that pretty well.
Thank you.
Can't get a word in edgewise.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, on March 4th, I sent Mrs. Thompson an email requesting her social security number, date of birth, all the things I would need for her to start employment. And I was talking to her about possibly going on a longer trip to New York. So she had stated to me that she wanted to come 2 weeks prior to the New York trip, which was March 14th of 2014. So that she could earn money in order to pay her bills, help out her family members, and also be able to go on the trip. On the 18th of March, we started working, which she did work on the 18th. She earned $50 with my assistance, which I paid her for. I told her she needed a bank account. And that's when she informed me she had bank fraud due to trying to cash a fake check in a bank. The bank locked her in the bank, wouldn't give her ID back, and arrested her. And my mother called me to inquire as to when she should take my daughter.
You talk too much now. She owe you how much?
$291 for transportation and $1,000 for harassment.
All right. Man, they put you in the vault? You
No,
Your Honor.
I used to dance, and somebody gave me a bad check. I didn't know it was a bad check.
I'm talking about when they locked you in the bank.
They locked the doors in the bank.
A lot of people cash bad checks. This is the first time I've heard that they lock you in the bank.
No, in Georgia, they've been having scandals. I guess people's been making fake checks.
I've never heard it. People fly checks all the time.
Well, that's what happened. It's on the record.
You give me your side, ma'am, and you take your time.
Yes. Thank you. I met Danielle, like she said, in Florida. I was promiscuous. I was young, and I do admit to that. I started dancing when I was 16. I admit to that also. But we've had threesomes together. You slept with everybody that I slept with.
Are you
slept with everybody that I slept with.
Honey, no.
Let me state that.
No.
We went to
I wouldn't have touched you with the STDs
hold
that
on,
you
ma'am.
had.
But you did though. You did though.
Wow.
So don't lie in court.
Wow.
Thank
Are you
you.
serious? Wow.
We went to New York.
I will be very honest, ma'am. I must be very honest. When I heard you say the police came and you said to the police, I didn't know she was 15. I'm saying to myself, well, why would she have to be afraid of how old you were? Unless you were involved with her.
Yes.
Your Honor, I've gone, Your Honor.
Is that one of them threesomes?
Yes, it was.
No.
We had a threesome.
Ma'am, that's it.
Look at you though, but you did it though.
You need to talk.
You did it though.
You need to talk slower, ma'am.
Your Honor.
You need, cause that part I caught.
We drank together.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Can I finish?
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Ever.
We went to New York for the weekend. She was with somebody who was sniffing coke the entire weekend. We're down there. I got alcohol poisoning. No, I don't. I smoke
Go ahead.
marijuana
Let her
and I
finish,
admit
ma'am.
all
She
that.
didn't interrupt you. Why would she have to be afraid of how old you were? Unless you were involved with her.
Yes.
Your Honor, I've gone. Your Honor,
Is that one of them threesomes?
Yes, it was.
No.
We had a threesome.
Ma'am, that's it.
Look at you though, but you did it though.
You need to talk.
You did it though.
You need to talk slower, ma'am.
Plaintiff Danielle Montalvo is suing her former friend, who claims she and Danielle had threesomes together.
Young lady, talk to me.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and it was just a terrible trip. I got alcohol poisoning, and first of all, I don't owe you anything because I don't ask for anything. I'm not the person. I'm not going to ask you for anything. I thought she was doing something out of kindness of her heart. She hit me up on Facebook after that trip, was like, I know the trip was bad and I want you to come down here and work for 2 weeks. I guarantee you can make $3,000 within 2 weeks. So I get up there, the house is filthy. I have pictures of the house. The house is just nasty, disgusting, the worst smell I've ever.
Look at your picture. Mm-hmm.
Worst house I've ever been in. Just disgusting. Like I did not know she was this dirty.
Neat and proper
Don't
for to
you
have
know?
a nasty
Just
house.
fake.
It's okay.
Yes, because the house was
Whose house
trifling.
is this?
Just
Like you were
trifling.
18.
So what? Your
Whose
house
house
sure
is
was, and
this?
I admit to that. Trifling.
This your
Nastiest
place?
house ever. Yes, it is. You gonna lie? That's
not
your
how
house.
my house looked.
That's your house. That's her grandfather. That's our house.
No, she's not that
As soon as
nasty.
we walk at her door, her daughter says, "Don't laugh at my house."
Really?
Before
So
we
you're
walk
gonna
in
bring
there.
my daughter and
Yes,
lie on a
big.
child? Okay.
I'm not lying. I don't lie.
Okay.
That's one thing I don't do. I'll put my
Okay.
hand over a Bible right
Wow.
Bottom line, you say you never borrowed any money from her.
No, she decided she
All
wanted to do this. When I
And
got up
why
there-
are you suing her? $1,000 for what?
She said she was gonna pay me. We got into an argument before I left.
Pay you for what?
Because
You're
she-
working or what?
No, I came up there to work. When I got up there, I'm constantly asking her, like, when are we going to work? I don't want to go out. I want to work. She's throwing it off, or I'll just give you a percentage of my deals. She showed me the payroll sheet. It said $395 off of her percentage. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, she's going to give me that. She went to Florida for 2 days, and I didn't ask her for anything to watch her daughter, but she offered. She said, I'll throw you something for watching Kayla when I left.
Did she say, I'll throw you $1,000?
No.
Well, then, where are you getting this number from, man?
The $395 is from the what I saw on the payroll sheet, because she said she was going to pay me that, and harassment because she said she was going to try to get my food stamps cut off. I have the email saying that, and that
Let's see it. All right, ma'am, and what is your harassment for?
She said that if I didn't pay her, she was going to do whatever she had to do to get my company out of business or get me thrown in jail.
Let's see that.
She wrote the Better Business Bureau.
yes, I sure did,
Which
and I
saying
have proof
what,
of
ma'am?
that.
Saying what?
That she owed me money and wages, and I have proof that I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau.
Let me see that.
These are all
And
the
did the
emails.
Better Business Bureau contact you?
Yes, they did.
And what did they determine?
They determined that it was unfounded, Your Honor, and they took it down.
But she believed that you did owe her. So even though it was unfounded, I can't consider that harassment. She just believed you owed her some money.
Right.
And the Better Business Bureau looked into it,
Yes.
and they determined that she didn't owe you. And
Yes, they said that
she's
they couldn't
telling me
handle that.
today she didn't owe you.
Right.
Look at these text messages. You gave me a bunch of text messages. This is you. Sorry, again, I didn't tell Craig I didn't work. So please, you meant at least, send the 75. And as far as my owing you, as soon as I drop this winter weight, I can strip and I'll pay you back.
I am so sorry, but I really will take a lie detector right now. I've never written anything like that. No, I have not.
Have a good day, ma'am. Your claim is dismissed. Yours for $291 is granted. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
That's a lie, though. That's a whole lie.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You should really be ashamed of yourself. You know you a hoe. Shut the up. You a hoe.
You a hoe.
Hoe. Shut up. You just lied. You just lied in court because you know why I say that. You know why I say that. Because you know why I say that.
Shut the
You know I didn't.
You've been pimped
You
out.
are a liar. I have never.
Come on.
I have never.
Come on,
You're a
Hope, be
liar.
real. That's why
God is
you gotta go on the whole.
You're a liar.
You're a liar, and I'm glad you're a liar.
I pray to
But
God
justice
he
was
gave
served.
mercy to your soul. Everything I done said is the truth.
served,
And you a liar.
Justice was served.
Yes. And I don't
He's done
care
his
what
job,
you
and he
said.
knows what he